Hi, it's Kelly Franco here at the winter meetings, and I am here with Will Sammon of The Athletic, who broke the news that Edwin Diaz has signed with the Dodgers. Will, what can you tell us about this?
Well, first, I was stunned that that was going to be the case, right? I think everybody in the industry sort of expected him to kind of go back to the Mets, or at least that was the rationale from a lot of people that it would require a lot. And Edwin, to his credit, the agreement is the record for the reliever, so he's going to get probably what he set out to get. Maybe not the years, of course, but definitely in terms of dollars or annual average value, it's going to be there for him. So it's a great deal for him. It's a great deal for the Dodgers, of course, even though they spent heavily on the bullpen last year. To pry him away from the Mets is a big deal, and it's a different kind of spending when you're talking about Edwin Diaz as opposed to some of the other relievers that they've signed in the past.
It's a huge deal. And can you tell us about the numbers? Because it seems like the Mets got pretty close to where the Dodgers were, and they indicated there was room to go up.
Yeah, that's what people have been hearing about the Mets. I don't know for sure just how close they got. It could have been as close as maybe a few $1 million, but I don't know. It's hard to say like with these kind of things because they're always kind of fluid as far as like when did the offer come and like how soon did it come after the Dodgers won or that. I don't know. That there's still going to be a lot left to be reported on that part of it. But sure, certainly it's a surprise that they were able to pry him away from the Mets.
It sure is. So, can you tell us a little bit about, just the heart and soul of this thing? What is going on? Why did Edwin leave the Mets? Did the Mets let him go? Did he not want to be a Met?
Well, it's undebatable that the Dodgers put out the best offer, right? Like no matter what, no matter how close the Mets got, they were not at the Dodgers level apparently. So he took the best offer that was there to him in his opinion. And I don't think it's an indictment on really anything that has to do with the Mets or like their coaching staff or anything like that because their new coaches are well regarded. Carlos Mendoza as the manager is well regarded. I just think he got the record setting deal for a reliever from the Dodgers. And by the way, the Dodgers are a really good destination as well, right? Like they are the defending world champion again. So why wouldn't you want to go to the Dodgers on that end? So I'm sure that played a part of it. I'm not so sure how much of a difference it became as far as comparing that to the Mets, but it definitely was a big part of it.
And the Mets signed Devin Williams for not a small sum of money, 351, 3 years, 51 million. So, is he the closer?
Sounds like it, yeah. It sounds like Devin Williams is the closer, and not for nothing, but Devin Williams is also a very, very good reliever. I know from the Yankees side, he had that uneven season last year, but some of those metrics, man, they paint a different picture for Devin Williams when you look under the hood of what the season could have been for him. It all looked really good as far as the stuff goes. If that could be replicated for results in the Mets uniform, they have a really good closer, of course. And it's the guy who was dynamite for the Milwaukee Brewers for a long time. David Stearns is very familiar with Devin Williams, very comfortable with him in that role. So it remains to be seen like what they do from here as far as extra bullpen help goes. But definitely Devin Williams is a big part of that equation, probably for the ninth inning.
There you have it from an insider. Thank you, Will, so much for joining us today.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me on.